Sheffield Wednesday Academy manager has high praise indeed for Danny. Hello and welcome to the video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So, Sheffield Wednesday's academy boss Andy Holford has said how Danny Rule is just a breath of fresh air, and this is the reason why. If you look at what he's done so far, he has got players from the academy who we know who can play a little bit and get them into first team. We never had that step where it goes from academy to first team. We've always struggled with that kind of going from one position to the next, and it's always been hard. Now, Danny Rule was a youth coach at Red Bull Leipzig, and he made it clear the way he wants to play as well. Andy Holford goes on to say he's been brilliant. He's been a fresh air for us in terms of how he wants us to play. They've been clear and concise in message from everyone. Starting to see stuff being implemented now, and it's been a time getting it all into the group. He's very open and he wants to create things from the players that the players know about and that what they do when they step out, and he wants them to experience it. And you know what? That's really good to see. You really want to see that happen and see how you get your under 21s and under 18 called up. You've already got a structure of play that's already been implemented in your academy. When they get into the first team, in theory, that means they should be able to go, hey, you know how to play the system. We've played it. It's a little bit difficult with men's football, not under 21s and 18s. But there is that kind of seriousness of going into it. He goes on to say, you only have to go back a couple of months and we had 5 players with injuries and players go up to seniors. It's been a stretch at times. We had the 18s up following the under 21s. Have all had first team. Bailey, Pierce, Guel, Sam Reed have all been in and around the lads. So we have the 18 coming, and it's been good for their development. It's good to get a settled group together. In the same time, it can be difficult when you've only got a few lads, but that's what we're here to do. You know, that's really good to see that, and this is where you see things like that help. And you know you're doing something right when they get called up for international duties, such as Cadamartri and Pierce Charles. And he goes on to say it's always good for players to get international recognition, but what it does is show how hard it worked for everyone at football club. These lads have been here since the age of 8, like Joey, and the lads who have come here in the likes of Pierce are really pleasing to see, and it's down to seeing how well they do. We've always said if they're doing well in their front, they've got a very good chance of getting in and around the first team and getting onto the international stage, and that's what we're here to do and help them. And it just shows you that we're improving a lot in this style of trying to build things in terms of getting the academy sorted. And it's been one thing that's been lacking for a long time, that the academy, I think under Darren, he was looking at it, but he wasn't looking at it as serious as other people were. Now, this time, Danny is looking at the academy. He's had to look at the academy. He's had to use it in certain ways because we've had injuries, and then they've had a smaller group in the under 18s and under 21s. But you see there's a bit of recognition now where it's all starting to come together a little bit more, which is good. And I think the more we have the academy side improving and trying to look like they've got a chance of getting in the first team, then fantastic. That helps us. It means instead of when we're going to go into transfer window, go, hey, we need to go look for a left wing back or a winger on the left hand side, and maybe we've got an academy player who's just at that level now where he's ready to push out. It's like, well, we've got one in the academy, like use him for a couple of games in pre-season. Let's bring someone in, but maybe not pay over the odd because we might go with this player instead, kind of thing. So he's always got that backup, or you're going to be backup to someone who comes in. It's good that the academy is starting to get to this position where we can go in, pick players out and rely on them to come in and just do a job. And I think more that happens, the better.